Gotta blame it on something. Blame it on the rain that will fall. What's up, everyone? Welcome to my Instaface Live. Oh my God. Okay, hello everyone. This is a quick Friday lunchtime live. Then I'm gonna get back to work. I got a call soon. Oh no, a note session. If you are in the LA area, any Los Angelinos here? Any Los Angelinos? You have gorgeous eyes. Thank you, Alex Posner. What if I told you they were fake? Yeah, if you any Los Angelinos in the area, I have super excited for the show Sunday afternoon. Oh, Patrina, I'm excited too. We did our tech rehearsal yesterday, so that went well. Everything's all LA. All right, Sing. Who else? Anybody sing Synchronicities? Woohoo! We got some people from a couple. So yeah, if you are in the Los Angeles area, I have 2 more tickets left, I believe. I think it's just 2 left for a paper orchestra. Then we're sold out, suckers. Sold out! So if you want to come see my show this weekend, Saturday night and Sunday matinee, tickets are available at MichaelJamin.com/live. Go get them now. We just had a cancellation, so that's why they went back up on sale. Why not? Why not sell it out? Any other questions? Let's see. Let's scroll here. Is that a real animation cell from King of the Hill? Yes, it is. Certainly is. That was before they went digital. So that was back when they did hand drawing, and I think around season 6 or 7 or something they went to computer. Would you tour New Zealand? Oof, Michael, I'd love to, but it's kind of far away. Potter Nettie Neville, can't wait to see your show and your gorgeous eyes Sunday. Potter Nettie Neville, how do I know you and my gorgeous eyes? Interesting. All right, Potter Nettie Neville. I hope to see your gorgeous eyes on Sunday, but I won't be because the theater is so dark. All right, who else? Anybody else from? Oh God! Anybody else want to see me? I'm gonna get a haircut tomorrow too. So if you don't recognize me, because my hair is gonna be different, just know that I'll be the person on stage. Is that it? No other questions? Oh, here we go. Is it better to write a book before you write a TV series if you have a great story? I think so. If you can make that a best-selling book, then it'll be a lot easier to sell as a TV show. That's what I say. Can you show us the animation cell? Your hair looks fine. I could try to show you my animation cell. Let's see. There it is. There we go. That was from an episode we wrote called, what was it called? Of Mice and Little Green Men. Opinion on Beavis and Butthead? I don't have any opinions on it. Do you listen to music when you write? No, never. Actually, I can't. I can't listen to music because it distracts me. I wish I could. But I listen to music before my show to pump myself up, for sure. Pump myself up. Pump up the jam. Who else is here? Any other questions? What does this say? Nothing? All right. Well, that's it. No one wants to talk. I don't want to be the only one to talk other than Potter and Nettie Neville. Whoops. Do you write at home? It depends. Sometimes it depends if I'm on a show. If I'm on a show, I write at the office. If I write at home, if I'm not, I write at home. Today I'm writing at home. I got a meeting though. I got a notes call with the network soon. So that's why I have my script ready to go. That's my script over there, ready to go. So I get notes. Okay. Wait, is there a question here? Nope. Never mind. Is there a question here? No. All right, everyone. That's it. Update on Paper Orchestra. Well, Quinn, I would say the book will be ready, available, I think around, I'm hoping 6 to 8 months. These things take time. But yes, I hope I have you on my, Quinn, do I have you on my email list? That way I can notify you. What you can do is just go to MichaelJamin.com/upcoming. If you want to see the plays based on the book, and that's what I'll be performing this weekend in Atwater Village at the Moving Arts Theater. It's moving, because I'm going to move you with my words. On a normal day, how many hours do you write? On a normal day, it just depends. It honestly there's no normal days, and there's no normal. But just so you know, I hit a wall. I become less creative if I work more than like 5 hours, I hit a wall. But often when you're on a TV show, you work easily 12 hours a day. I just don't recommend it. That's all. What's the best spot to live in LA for convenient access to screen production jobs? You know, most of the work is in probably like the Burbank, North Hollywood area, or I guess there's not that much in Hollywood. You know, most of it is in the Valley. I did a post, by the way. What's your name? Baracho? Gato? I did a post a while ago about what places that I've worked in Hollywood. Just go back and scroll down. It's interesting. You can see the corridor. There's no best place to live because you want to live. I guess you want to live close to either the West Side, which is very expensive, or Burbank, which is much less expensive but still crazy expensive. So you're gonna need roommates either way. Will AI replace the showrunner and give outlines to the writers directly? Nah, I don't think so. Do you print your script and review it separate from reviewing it in final draft? Oh, yeah, we actually do. That's how we catch a lot of typos that way. A lot of times we don't catch the typos though. They yell at us. They go, "Hey, you got a lot of typos in here." Whatever. You'll catch them. That's what I'm paying you for. Should we go to a show? S. Warsh. Well, Cam's captions. I hope you will. There's only a couple tickets left, dude. I'm going to tell you exactly how many tickets left. It's not a lot. Why not? I'll tell you exactly how it's... It's just not a lot because we sold out and then we had a couple of openings. So on December 10th, I think we have... it says final tickets. What does it say? It doesn't say on here. I think it's just one... Does it say? It doesn't say on here. It just says only 1 or 2 tickets left. So, yeah. Go get it. Go get it. The website says final tickets on both of them. So, any recommendations on where I can find an agent to represent me for my screenwriting? Yeah, Willie, go. It's not as easy as you think it is. So what I would do is I did a YouTube video where I talk about this for about 45 minutes about how people can get agents and managers. So go to my YouTube channel at MichaelJaminWriter and go watch that. What's your collaboration partners with your partner? Well, we usually meet. We live near each other, so we meet, we talk, we chat. It just depends. The process just depends on what we're really working on. It's very collaborative. We usually, if we're writing a script, one of us will type and the other one will watch it on a monitor. You know, lately he's been typing. I want him to learn how to type. He's terrible at typing. He's an excellent writer, but he's terrible at typing. Terrible. You talk about writing, but you never talk about dancing. Why is that? Well, I'll start talking about dancing if that's what you want. What's your view on pip decks? Helpful or gimmicky? I don't even know what a pip deck is. Remind us why you think integrating a soundtrack is a crutch. Well, your job is to be a writer. I don't want to read your script. Quinn, I'm being honest with you. If you put your music cues in a script, everyone's going to think this guy has no idea how to write. Because you're using music to express your emotion, when your job is to use words. And if you can't express the emotion of the scene using words, you've failed as a writer. You're not a music supervisor. Unless you want to apply for that job. Is that the job you want? That's a different job. If you want to put music in go ahead. It's such a Bush League move, though. It says that you don't know how to write. It also says, first of all, then you're going to put a music cue from like some famous song, U2's "With or Without You." Okay. You know how much that needle drop costs? That's $100,000 for that needle drop. No, it's not going in. But you want to use some obscure music cue? You want to put that in there? Okay, I don't know that song if it's obscure. So why are you putting it in? No music cues. But if you absolutely intend on not listening to me, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Why is it so hard to just start writing? Because you don't know the process, David. I got a course if you want to learn how to write. I teach it. You know, my screenwriting course is at michaeljamin.com/course. It's a process. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Loved your surprise suspense discussion. Oh, yeah. Well, Ivor. Yeah, that's funny. If you really like, that's kind of this. I really go into those gems I really talk about in my course. I really teach stuff like that in the course. So if you're really interested, michaeljamin.com/course to sign up. But if not, that's okay. Keep following me here. No problems. No problems. What does your partner think of your play? Did he critique your book? No, he hasn't seen it, and he's not welcome to critique it. It's my writing. It's my work. That'd be like me critiquing how he rakes his leaves. Like that's his business. Did you know any successful writers with severe ADHD? No, I don't. But that doesn't mean they don't exist. It just means they haven't advertised their ADHD. I mean, I don't really ask people what their thing is. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't know. Is it a musical? No. 100,000. Oh yeah, easily, Julia, easily. With or without you, easily. 100. Okay. That's it. Who's my favorite screenwriter? That might be probably John Hughes. He's fantastic. I'm drinking Spindrift iced tea. To quench all your thirst needs. All right. How do you get funding when most people say make it yourself? Dude, Keith, how much money do you think you need to spend? You have a phone, so you don't need a camera, right? What else do you need? You need actors? All right, so you buy them pizza, right? You get some actors from free actors at film school. You go buy, or whatever, theater class. They'll work for free. And then what else do you need? You need good sound. All right, so fine. That's going to be $100. What else do you need? Why do you think you need to spend all this money? I wouldn't. I shot commercials for my wife used to own a girls' clothing brand called Twirly Girl. And I wrote and shot all the commercials, and each one is about 3 minutes long, and I spent no more than $1,400 per commercial. Right? I mean, there are some expenses, but I wasn't going to get funding for that. I just put it on my credit card. For revisions and edits, do you always have a sense you are done? There's always more to correct. No, Bruce. At some point, you got to let go of your work and just let it go. And for and also I have deadlines, so it's like it's Friday. I got to turn it in. Sorry, pencils down. You're in a different boat, of course. But I would always recommend just finishing your piece, decide it's done, and then move on to the next one. Stop tinkering with it. Stop tinkering, as we say in the business. Stop polishing that turd and move on to the next one. Do you discuss Taylor Swift's Searchlight announcement yet? No, I don't even know anything about it. What's some bad advice that sounded good when you heard it? I don't know. Lie to actors. I don't know what that means. Great, yes. Then my follow-up is, once you make it yourself, what should you do with it to get it seen? Put it up on YouTube. Put it up on social media, on Instagram, whatever that thing you're on. Put it up. Put it up. Where do you post your events? Synchronicities? Which events? Are you talking about my show? Is that what you mean? My show, Paper Orchestra, is at MichaelJamin.com/live. If that's what you're looking. And it's this weekend, guys. Saturday night and Sunday matinee. We have a couple of tickets left for each show because we had 1 or 2 cancellations. So I hope if you're in LA, you want to come see me. Each show's about an hour, followed by a Q&A. You're going to love it. You're going to laugh. You'll cry. It's unlike any show. And you could see, if you go to MichaelJamin.com/live, you could see, we have a couple of clips that you can watch, get a sense of what it is. Yes! I mean about the pizza. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, that's all there. Is that any other questions? That's it. I'm going to scroll real fast. Any other? That's it. All right, everyone. That's it. If you are in a city and you want to come, and you want me to tour when my book is out, and you want me to come to your city, all you got to do is go to MichaelJamin.com/upcoming and tell me what city you're in. Oh, snap. It's really easy. That's it. Oh, a couple more questions here. I'd love to see you in January. I'll check the schedule. I'll be there in VAC. Oh, I'm not going to be doing a show in January. Donla 15. No, just 2 shows here in December. Will you ever do your show as a streaming event? Unlikely. I mean, I'm not going to say never. I just don't think I will. You rock. Do you think hard about your character's vocabulary, or does that come naturally when you have a strong character? I don't think hard. I mean, I just talk in their voices, I don't think hard, though. Yeah. I have a question. Well, let's hear it. Listen to Michael. Thank you, Greg. Yes, come to NYC. Yes, Julia. Hopefully I will. Michael, did you see the show finale of Atlanta? No, I did not. I did not see that yet. Oh, here's a question. What is your most memorable joke you remember writing? I don't remember any. I remember very few of my jokes. To me, I'm a good joke writer. I love writing jokes, but to me, they're disposable. Throw them out. Come up with another one. My friend and I, you don't have a friend, have written a few things together. Does it make sense to put those pieces in a writing packet if I'm just submitting for myself? No. If you and your friend wrote it together, then you cannot put it in your writing packet if it's yourself. No, can't do that. You have to submit stuff that only you wrote alone. Because you know why? Maybe your friend's the talented one and maybe you're terrible. That's how it goes. So you gotta, if you wrote it with your friend, you submit together as a team or you write stuff on your own. Love the podcast. Thank you, Don L.A. My podcast is called Screenwriters Need to Hear This. The link is in my profile. You should all, I got a great guest this week. Brian Behar, the great writer Brian, was on it. Hey, Michael, saw that you think screenwriting competitions aren't a good start. I was going to do one, but now I'm reconsidering. What's the met? Well, it's not that I don't think they're, like, I think some of them are worth. I didn't say that there aren't a good start. I think a couple of big ones are good, like Sundance and the Nichols competition, and some of the big ones are, but the little ones are not. I don't think are worth any of your time. But what's the best first step? Well, the first step. What is your name? Elijah, or is it Elijah with the 3? I talk about this a lot, and for you, your next step is just get on my free newsletter. It goes out every Friday. You just missed it. It's at michaeljamin.com/watchlist. And I have tons of tips. I would do that. I would watch my tips, take notes, because I talk about all the things that you can do to break into Hollywood, to become a better writer, all that stuff. And it's free. And also my podcast, also free. Those are your next steps, I would say. Or not. Could you come up with a joke now to explain the process? I don't really know. I mean, I don't know what the setup is. They filmed FBI Most Wanted at my work this week. Oh, where do you work, Julia? That doesn't sound fun. Thank you. Do you know of any writers from Dexter New Blood? No. I don't know. I don't know many drama writers. If agents want new worlds for sample scripts, can we create a new spec show, spin-off? People do that. I wouldn't. I would discourage you from doing that. It's not your intellectual property. I wouldn't do it. I don't see any upside to doing that. Reboots of established shows like Arrested Development, Will and Grace, Futurama always fill off. Why do you think that is? Well, there's many reasons. One is, those shows lived in a time and a period, and now the characters are older. They've moved on. And I haven't watched any of those reboots, so I really shouldn't even say. But, and also you have new writing staff. It's usually not the same writing staff. Frasier's doing, not a reboot, but they're doing a kind of like a new show, a new Frasier show soon. They're going to start filming in, I think, February. It'll be a whole different writing staff, so that kind of stuff. Will it be good? Maybe it'll be better. I don't know. But that kind of changes things for sure, the new staff. My writing partnerships tend to flame out. I keep going, they don't. Is the secret to just keep trying? Thanks. Well, people grow frustrated when they don't get success, so they quit. Obviously you have to find someone with the same goals that you have and the same timeline and same seriousness. You don't know how serious they are, and also you have to jibe. I mean, it's like a marriage. I mean, yeah, you should keep trying. Don't give up if you like that. It's for my town. Any simple tips for showing instead of telling? I teach this in my course, actually. I teach you what to do. I don't know if I have any simple tips, but I teach you how I approach it. It's football. Any wholesome Henry Winkler stories? I told one the other day, didn't I? Yeah, I told a couple. Henry Winkler's great. Henry Winkler's like one of the nicest guys in Hollywood. I worked with him briefly on King of the Hill, but then again many years later on Out of Practice for a whole season. Nicest guy in Hollywood. Is Scrivener a decent software for screenwriting? It's funny you ask that. I use Scrivener to write my book. I don't use it to write. I use Final Draft for screenwriting. I haven't even looked at the Scrivener's version of. I know they have a template. I haven't even looked at it. I have no idea if it's good or bad because I use Final Draft. But favorite sitcom of all time? I don't know. So many. Maybe Cheers. Michael, hey Trina, I absolutely love the point you made about the missing part of Love Actually. The moment of discovery is the term I use, exactly. But your explanation from the writer's point of view was great. Thank you, and we'll see you at the show, Trina. Yeah, I mean, and people fought with me on that. A lot of people disagreed with me on that. Okay. You always write that scene. You always write that scene. These people are rationalizing for why not writing. But the funny thing is, Trina, to prove that I'm right, because they use that moment of discovery in the other storylines as well. I mean, they all have it. They're always written in. I mean, it was written into the Colin Firth storyline. It was all there. It's written into everything. It's written into Harry Met Sally at the end of that. You always write it in. And then people saying, no, they could have left it out on purpose. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I do this for a living. I know they didn't. Did any stunt castings like athletes or musicians ever blow you away when they got to staff? I've worked with many stunt casts. Usually, I've worked with some musicians. I've worked with, I'm trying to think of anyone that really blew me away. Most of them don't blow you away. Have I worked with any athletes though? I can't remember. None of them really blow me away, but they do. Some of them do well, right? But to blow me away, you got to be, crazy fantastic. One of the Hollywood's great mysteries: how is it possible Henry Winkler and Tom Hanks hate each other? I don't know. I've heard that as well, and what I think probably happened was I think Henry was directing that, and Tom was acting in it. So, I guess they weren't working side by side. They were, one was that could make things awkward. I guess I don't know. How good was the writing on Frasier? Holds up today and could be aired now. My wife and I watched it recently. Yes, well, and that was the showrunner of that for most of that was Chris Lloyd, who I had the pleasure of working under Out of Practice, and he later wanted to co-create Modern Family. And Chris Lloyd is simply, certainly one of the best comedy writers in Hollywood by far. And working under him, he chose me and my partner, and that was like an honor because he could have chosen. He had his pick of anybody in Hollywood. And for us to be chosen, I was like, damn, we made the dream team. So he is an excellent writer. Excellent. And being in his presence was, you better keep up. Keep up. Tell a joke. Knock, knock. Is Dooley on King of the Hill based on Mike Judge? No, and I imagine Dooley, I think Dooley was created by Mike Judge. I always thought it might be they couldn't afford Elton John cameo for his own party. No, Trina, no. And as a matter of fact, my guess is they booked Elton John. My guess, because you wouldn't choose Elton John without hiring. You'd choose somebody else. Like, why Elton John? So my guess is, and I don't know this for a fact, is that they got Elton John, and then they cut it. They cut the whole scene. For example, in that same movie, they mentioned Claudia Schiffer, that the ideal woman was Claudia Schiffer, and they got Claudia Schiffer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't mention Elton John. You choose a different rock star, whoever you could get. And you would have said Mick Jagger, whoever you could book. And so my guess, and I don't know this for a fact, was that they actually got Elton John. Nosy, tacky question. Who's the most famous person in your phone contacts? I have a lot of very famous people in my phone contacts, but I'm not going to tell you because that is a nosy and tacky question. Right, makes sense. Okay, everyone. So that's it. I'm gonna bounce. But if you, we still have a couple tickets to my show, A Paper Orchestra, playing in Los Angeles. 2 shows, tomorrow night and Sunday matinee. I hope you'll come see me. If you're in the LA area, go to MichaelJamin.com/live for tickets. It's an hour-long show, followed by about a 20-minute Q&A, followed by a little meet and greet in the parking lot. Okay, everyone? That's it. Thank you so much for joining, and until next time, bye-bye.